Hello there, guys. This is Patrick, okay, and he's on here, okay, on camera. He's gonna talk to us about money, mindset, science, and religion. These are the three things he's gonna talk to us about. So, as you listen, I want you to take.
Before we continue right now, I bring you three of my ebooks. Okay, these ebooks made it possible for you to be watching this video right now. The first one is Push Yourself Forward. The second one is How to Play the Game of Life Well. The third one is The Right Mindset for Success. Okay, if you want motivation, take Push Yourself Forward. If you want to improve on your mindset, take The Right Mindset for Success. Then if you are depressed, if you are sad, you're frustrated, then take How to Play the Game of Life Well. These ebooks are gonna change your life. It's gonna make your life better. We have the soft copy and we have the hard copy too. Okay, the soft copy is available is 8,000 naira. The hard copy is available is 4,000 naira. The hard copy can be delivered to you, okay, after you purchase it. But whether you are purchasing the hard copy or the soft copy, you need to give me some time because I need to put your picture in the ebook and also stamp it. This is for your protection. You sure that you don't want to read, you don't want to buy something that you are soon going to see all over the internet after some time, right? So it's for your protection. So immediately you pay, you give me some time, maximum of 1 week, then the ebook will be sent to you, having everything, copyright rules and every single thing, your name, your picture will be stamped and inside. This works too with the hard copy. This is for your protection. The hard copy can be delivered to you physically. I can give it to you, I can bring it over to you, provided you're close to any restaurant or PT around about if you're in Nigeria. So this is going to run. Okay, you can buy the ebooks. The ebook is worldwide, whether you're in Nigeria or not. You can buy the ebook. Like I said, if you want motivation, take Push Yourself Forward. If you want to work on your mindset, the right mindset for success. If you want to get out of sadness, depression, frustration, then How to Play the Game of Life Well is what you take. Like we've said now, action is important in realizing of your goal. So why wait? Take actions right now. Start
Is everything, okay. I got some ebooks there you can read. Push Yourself Forward, Right Mindset for Success, How to Play the Game of Life Well. Those are ebooks that will change your life. Take actions, okay. So listen to this video, okay. My ebooks are the sponsor, okay, and the reason why we come in here live. So you can buy the ebooks to see more videos like this, okay. So let's get started. Now, what do you think money is? Just, I want to be fast. What do you think money is?
Okay. Money serves three purposes basically for finances.
Okay.
First, money is a unit of account
Okay.
because everything in the market is priced in the naira, for example. The naira is money. Next, money serves as a legal tender for medium of exchange.
Okay.
That is, if you want to buy a bag of rice, for example, you give them your money and they give you the rice. Then next, money is used to measure wealth. Since let's say you have 1,000 naira, that is a measurement of how much you have. So money in a sense is there to facilitate trade. Based on if there were no money and you wanted to buy things, you would have to do trade by barter.
Okay.
So money now has now made some trades that were impossible possible, like trading large goods or trading some things that normally you cannot transport over long distances.
Okay.
So money is just to exchange.
Okay. So in conclusion, money is here to make things easier, to make life easier, to make things better. Is that not what you mean?
Yes, money is not exactly directly here to make things easier.
Okay.
It's the things that we exchange money from that actually make our lives easier. Perhaps the cars we buy, the houses we build, or the planes we buy, those are what make life easier. So money is just what gets us these things.
Okay. That's a great one. Now, before we go over to mindset, now I want to just ask you a question. Like, can you please take me through the path? Like, for you to achieve something in life, there has to be this kind of obsession, this kind of drive in you, the ability for you not to quit, where average individual would quit. So now, can you take me through the process? Achieving something great is hard, and there's kind of, you must learn to play the mind games. So now, how do one play the mind games? When you want to do something new, there are things that's going to come into your ears, like this thing now is not going to work, like things come into your ears. Like, how do one actually go over those things? Because if you don't go over those things, you won't achieve anything in life. So how do one actually get around that?
First, the first thing that is always important first is to have the drive or the zeal to actually want to do those things.
Okay.
So it is that drive and that zeal that will actually push you on, even when you experience difficult challenges. It's that thing that will still keep you on. And once you develop a drive, you need to develop a goal. And this is what I am aiming towards.
Okay.
Set your goal as high as it can be. You don't necessarily need to reach the goal, but as far as this very, very high bar, there's this saying that aim for perfection, but settle for excellence. So you can set your goal to be very, very high. That you know that, okay, even if I do not meet this particular goal, I am still away, I am still forward, I am still almost there, or I have accomplished something. So first, you need the zeal, and you need to set a goal. And after setting those two things, you need a plan. So your plan is basically, okay, I have a goal. How do I accomplish the goal? Then what are the obstacles that I may face if I want to accomplish this goal, or if I on this journey, what are the things that I will come across, and how do I come across these things? So basically, these are the things you need. You need the urge or the zeal that will push you on, because if you don't have that strong zeal that is pushing you on, there are difficult times will come where maybe everything may be so bad that you would not even want to continue. So you need to continuously develop this drive. So for you to maintain this drive in your life, have a mantra. A mantra is basically a word or a sentence that you say to yourself repeatedly. So for me, my mantra is show up every day. That is, every day I make sure that, because currently I'm working from home, I make sure that every single day either I'm learning something about my goal, or I am actually applying what I have learned about the goal. So every single day, whether or not it is convenient, whether I'm happy or not, I make sure, whether I have time or not, I make sure that every single day I do something related to it. Because they say consistency drives passion. So the more you are consistent towards your goal, the greater your passion will be for that particular goal.
Okay, that's a great one. That's a great one. And I always tell people, when you want to do something new, your body is never gonna accept 100%. It's never gonna accept 100%. There's something called negative feedback mechanism in biology, where your body is triggered to do certain things. Now it's that negative feedback that's going to tell your body to restore that stuff. Like, there's kind of negative feedback in your head. You want to do something, your body will try to bring you back to the old way. So if you don't get this thing is going to go on in your head. If you don't understand it, you will find yourself trying something and not actually doing it. Saying you want to read a book, 12 books in 1 year, you actually not do it. Why? Because that negative feedback is going to be triggered, and it's going to take place in a subconscious level. You will not be aware most times that this thing is going on in your head, but it's actually going on.
Can I tell you something? I think most of the times we call that creative block. That is, you are trying to do something creative, but you are like, ideas are not coming, or nothing, inspiration is not coming. So in that side of situation, for me, most of the times I might have an idea about a project that I want to work on, but not that I am actually getting negative feedback though. My brain is trying to aim for perfection, and my brain already wants perfection before I even start. So for me to overcome that sort of creative block, I just start working. I am not planning again. I'm just writing down all the ideas I get. Because should you wait for when your brain feels, okay, this one is perfect enough,
you will never get that
point. It does not actually know perfection until it sees it. So just start working. If you say this year I want to read 100 books, look at yourself right now. Am I actually doing anything? If no, pick up the first book. Start. Don't plan that, okay, by 4 o'clock tomorrow or by 3 o'clock this day I will start. Are you doing anything now? No, start. Don't wait for any other, just begin.
There's no right time. I always say this, people are waiting for one time where everything You need to create the right time. The right time is now. I don't even know. Okay, that's a great one. So
if
now,
you put things off very soon, you might die and you will never accomplish a lot of your goals. That is just the truth.
If you check, even Kobe Bryant died early. Everybody knows that, okay? But the thing is, he achieved a lot of things. Imagine he rested. Imagine he was playing and thinking maybe the right time will come for me to go into basketball. He wouldn't have achieved anything, but he achieved a lot.
At the end, we, in a way, decide when our right time comes.
Yeah, that's
your
true.
Actions and your plans towards your actions decide when your right time comes.
Okay.
If you keep waiting that, okay, maybe I want to start a business, but I don't have money, for example. So when money comes, I will plan.
Now you
So you just relax.
There is
Then, for example,
okay.
when that money comes and you don't have a plan, then you have to start planning.
Time is going.
By the time you finish planning, you have finished spending the money.
Yeah, time will keep ticking.
At any time, once you have an idea, just start working on it. Don't wait for
time
anything.
will never be
Just
right.
start working on it. If it's something that you can easily complete within a short time, just start. We should stop procrastinating in this life.
We procrastinate all the time.
Most of the time, then we wait a whole year doing nothing. We make New Year resolutions, but we are waiting for the right time in the year to actually start working on them.
I put something in my ebook about this right time of a thing. Many people just plan. They plan, they never achieve it. When you decide, do it. Do it. Your brain is never going to agree 100% for you to do it. Your body is never going to agree 100%. If you understand, your body is not going to agree 100%. All you need to do is act all the time. Act all the time. It is your action that matters, and not actually what goes on in your head. Sometimes when you try to do things, you don't go on in your head to cloud your mind, to hijack your mind and everything. But if you get this right, no matter what goes on in your mind, you keep acting. Even this stuff, Tim Grover talked about it, trainer of Kobe Bryant, talk about this mind stuff. Your brain is going to try to stop you. You need to understand it. But if you can get emotions out of it and you go for it all the time, then you will achieve it. Or you achieve it all the time, repeatedly. So now, we're talking about mindset. Now, what does it take for someone to repeatedly win? There's two different things. Someone can win once and doesn't win again all his life. Now there's another person that keeps winning, like Kobe Bryant. He was winning all the time. Okay, you will see some people, some players, they win world best all the time consistently. Now, what does it take for someone to actually be consistent in winning? Although we are all created from one stock, we're all created by God. Now, what does it take for us all to actually assess that potential and actually win all the time?
So to assess that potential, basically everybody needs to develop themselves and be consistent. You need to practice whatever you are doing. You need to learn more in that area continuously. If you ask if Kobe Bryant were alive today and you ask him how many hours he actually trained, it will be probably 3 or 6 hours a day. If you look at people in certain fields, that's okay. These people know a lot in that field. They are constantly developing themselves in that area, and they are improving on the development. You cannot just practice and just become perfect. There's one thing that somebody said. He said, practice doesn't exactly make perfect. He said, if you practice sloppily, that is, you practice anyhow, you will become perfect anyhow. But if you practice perfectly, that is your practice, it makes sense. Then your perfection will also make sense. So you don't just say, okay, I will do the same thing every day. If you do the same thing every day, it will give you the same result. So once you are doing something, if you are looking to win every single time, don't forget, as you are developing yourself, the people that probably your competition that you're trying to win, they are also developing yourself. So your own now is trying to gain an edge by developing yourself even more. So to develop yourself even more, you cannot continue doing the things that you did that won you the last battle. Because your enemy also learned from the last battle as did you. So if you say, okay, what I did the last time, I will repeat it again. The chance of you actually winning is already becoming slimmer.
Okay, so that's really good. So that's what it takes to actually win over and over again. You need to come up with a new strategy. Some people go to a battle they've won with the same person they were when they won that battle. Like, you can't win again if you do that. You have to become someone else. You have to train harder.
Exactly.
You have to become better. Otherwise, you lose. So this is to everyone. Now the question, now before we go back to the last thing we want to talk about is, what if it's hard? This is what I've written down now. What if it's hard to get up in the morning? There are some people that it's so hard for them to get up in the morning. Like, they don't see any reason to go for something. They don't see, like me, my ebooks, my courses. Like, every single time I'm developing, every single time I have to do many things. Okay, so there is something for me to wake up in the morning for. 4 o'clock, I can wake up and be so happy. Why? Because I have something I want to try this time. Now, what if it's so hard for someone out there watching to get up in the morning? What would be your advice to that person?
Well, the inertia and it's the reluctance to do things. So first, at the end, if you truly want to make it in life, you must overcome that inertia yourself.
Okay.
No matter how much inspiration people like, no matter how much people try to inspire you, if you yourself don't let that thing sink in, it's not going to change anything. So for you first, don't just, if you see that you are on your bed and you are not inspired to do anything that day, get up first. You have solved one problem. You have just overcome one obstacle. Next, pick up something. Pick up something good to do. Pick up a book or pick up something that you can learn from, and just follow on from there. Because if you wait, I'll wait on my bed until something comes along, you can wait there till night again and fall asleep. Then rise up the next day and continue the same thing. So first, if you see that I'm on my bed and I am not inspired to do anything, get up from your bed first, leave the room, then start to find something to do.
Okay, now what's another question I've written down for you is this now. Now, what if someone depends on externals, like depend on a friend to feel life, to feel the meaning of life? Like, what would happen? What would be your advice to that person? Because there's no one that lives and depend on a friend for motivation, for drive. That person won't last. So what's your advice to that person?
Let's come again. He's not here.
Okay, I said, what if someone depends on externals, like a friend, in order to feel that drive, in order to get that drive to succeed, to do things? And what would be your advice to that person? Because no one can live on externals forever. You can't live depending on your friend for drive. Your friend is not always going to be there. So what will be your advice to that kind of person?
So my advice to that person is that he should be his own source of inspiration. That is, his goals or his aim should be to be his own source of inspiration. Your goals or your aim should inspire you. Because let's say the friend now is like fire, and the person is like firewood. If fire stays near firewood for some time, the firewood is supposed to catch fire also. So if you are depending on someone for inspiration, try to find out, why is this person so dedicated or so passionate about what he's doing? Then try to find your own spark. Because should that person leave and you have not gotten your own spark, you will just become empty again.
So if you were to train somebody now, let's say you have someone that's looking up to you, you were to train that person. Now, how would you actually do it if this person is actually depending on you for inspiration, and you know you are not always going to be there?
First, they say don't give somebody fish, teach the person how to fish. So for me, first, I would tell the person, in a way, I would try to make the person see things. First, the person needs to have this urge or this drive to learn first on his own. Like, even if though it's not huge, like a small drive that will still get the person up in the morning. So now where I'll go about it, I'll try to nurture that drive. Basically, I will try to know what the person's aim or the person's goals in life are. Then I'll try to give the person sources of education, give the person inspiration, give the person motivation.
Okay.
But the most important thing you can give to the person is education.
Okay. So that's a
Give
great
the person
one.
books to read
Okay.
and things to learn.
Okay, in books. Okay, and things to learn. Okay, now lastly, we want to go over to science and religion, right? Are both rivals?
Science and religion are not rivals.
Okay.
Science and religion, science in a way is like science is built on top religion.
Okay.
Say science now is simply the study of things, that is making inquiry of why things happen and how they happen. Why religion, for example, let's say religion is people's belief in, let's say, God, for example.
Okay.
So now God, according to religion or according to the Bible, God created the whole universe. Science now is trying to make sense of the universe. Science is trying to understand why what has been created is the way they are.
Okay.
Like science did not make anything. Science is just simply trying to find out about what has been created.
Okay. Okay, so but why is it that most people are getting it wrong? Because when it comes to science, religion, there's some religion that don't allow their followers to read certain courses like medicine, because they have certain beliefs about it. So how do you go about it if you were to be in that religion and your parents need you to be there? So what if you were to be in that religion? What would you do? And you want to go for that course, for instance, what would you do?
A lot of things about most of all this religion, or people really backing most of all this religion, is that most of them are ignorant of the facts in real life.
Okay.
Like say medicine, for example.
Okay.
Doctors are not using voodoo or some special type of magic to actually do operations. They are using knowledge of doctors that have come before them.
Okay.
And things that they themselves have learned. Okay. They are using facts or things that they have gathered over time to actually teach and to treat patients. So if you say, okay, my religion doesn't believe in this, why? Why doesn't your religion believe in this? So I think the reason why most people now these days, there's this divide between science and religion.
Yeah, there's division. We need
people
to talk about
who are very, very religious, most of them will say
they go against
science is bad, that science is vain, science is antichrist.
Yeah.
Why scientists or very, very hardcore scientists
yeah,
we say religion is for ignorant people?
Yeah.
In a way, it's almost that last part is almost true, because a lot of people who are religious, they are ignorant of many facts that are actually happening, or things that are actually true. Okay. They don't just want to believe it because perhaps they have not been convinced, or they don't even want to learn. They don't even want to have that conviction that okay, this thing is true. They are just rigid, or they are just set their minds on this thing is not wrong, or this thing is bad.
It cannot be
but
right.
Science now, religion now, again has the Bible, there's the Quran. Yeah. All these are supposed to be like the basis of that particular religion. Okay. So for Christians now, many Christians don't read the Bible. Like they don't even open the Bible at all, apart from maybe they're in church, the pastor calls one verse for them to read. That is the only time they open the Bible. But as a Christian, if you don't know things about the Bible, then you don't actually know the religion that you claim to be practicing in truth. Because take this, if you're a lawyer and you don't know the Constitution, what will you go to law to argue about? So if you're a Christian now, and perhaps people, atheists or scientists or people who don't believe in your religion, if they come and ask you questions about your religion, how will you respond to them? If you face certain issues in life, how will you respond to them? Based on, let's say, meet certain people in life, or people are trying to convince you to do certain things, or people are trying to convince you an idea, and you don't have that foundation from the Bible or from the Quran about how perhaps you should approach those things. how will you actually say, okay, now I'm a Christian, but I don't know the Bible. I'm a Muslim, I don't know the Quran. This whole situation is mostly affecting Christians, because for Muslims, I think they tend to pay more attention, or they tend to be more serious in reading the Qurans, while very few Christians actually read their Bibles.
Okay.
So if many Christians read their Bibles, they will actually find out that many of all these things, many of all these beliefs that they themselves are pushing are not actually supported by the Bible. Many of perhaps one might claim that, okay, this particular idea is antichrist.
Okay.
If they read their Bible, they will find out that that particular thing is not antichrist.
Okay,
if they read their Bible, they will find out that, okay, that idea that I've been pushing, perhaps it is not even in the Bible. So if as a Christian or as a Muslim, you are pushing ideas that are not in the Bible, then you are not dealing based on religion again, or based on your faith. Now you are dealing based on things that you know, that is based on, let's say, your perception of that particular thing.
Okay, so but one thing I want to talk about here is the fear. When people hear knowledge, all they know is fear. They think knowledge is going to lead someone into some kind of bad way of living or one thing. That is why many people don't go to school. They tell you knowledge, once they get knowledge, they are afraid of knowledge. Many parents are afraid of knowledge, and if the children becomes aware of this, it's going to either make them do something bad. Like that is absurd. Knowledge is not going to lead to destruction. It's like you give someone a car, and if you teach a person how to drive, the person is never going to hurt himself, except that person doesn't know how to drive. So it's all about teaching them the basic things and leaving them to do what they want to do. That is it. That's what I think about it. So we're rounding it up now. Now we have to call it quits now. So now, what's your advice to anyone watching this stuff right now? If you had 30 seconds, what would be your advice? I mean 30 seconds. Time starts now.
Okay, first of all, have a drive.
Okay.
That drive is what will actually spur you into learning, and have a goal. The drive should spur you into getting or achieving your goal.
Okay.
Then every single day, show up. Make sure you are consistent with what you are doing, and try to improve. Don't just do the same thing day after day, or else you keep getting the same result. Make sure you improve. If you fail, don't stop. Failure is an important part of learning. Learning is all about finding out what works and what doesn't. So when you fail, ask yourself, where did I fail? How did I fail, and why? And seek to improve.
Okay.
So this is my advice to people.
Okay, so yeah, we'll call it quiz for today. And if you're watching this stuff right now, you want more of this stuff, all you need to do is either you contact me or you purchase my products. And purchasing my products gives you automatic contact. You're going to contact me directly anytime you purchase my product with a link there. And we've heard about it. We've talked about money, mindset, science, and religion. Science and religion are not rivals. Like they are one. We're all saying the same thing. What is spirit? Spirit is invisible. Is energy. It's like energy too. You can see energy. You can see spirit. So we're all saying the same thing. Science and religion are not rivals. So this is to make the world a better place, and obviously to change things and make everyone stay comfortable. So Patrick, thank you so much. Until next time.